continuing our conversation with Mary Carol Garrity and all that you are, and we're actually lounging now as we move into this conversation a little bit further. And I wanted to talk to you about really what the process was for becoming a destination store. But before you really go into that, the name.
Nell Hill is my maternal grandmother. And when I started my shop, it started out to be more of like gourmet foods and teas and biscuits. You have to remember this was 27 years ago. And as I kept changing the store and getting into different things, I needed a name that didn't lock me into a certain look. And it was just, you know, it was just perfect. It was a good, strong Kansas farm woman. And so Nell Hill was reborn again.
Well, and it's been reborn several times as you've evolved. So what has been that evolution process for you?
You know, it was just about keeping it fresh and reinventing the store and the look, with at the same time keeping to our style and being true to ourselves. I always get tickled at people that, especially younger people who want to do something and they have this business plan, because you know, my business plan was always just to stay afloat and ahead of the invoices, and you know, but there was never a business plan as such. And I think that has been to our credit, because Nell Hills keeps evolving into other things. You know, now we've gotten a lot larger. We're into more design, and you know, I just think it's important.
I've heard people say that there's really a look that your store offers. However, it's very easy for them to personalize the look into their home.
Oh, absolutely. We don't want, you know, I don't want someone to walk into a customer's house and say, oh, you've been to Nell Hills. I want them to walk in and say, oh, this is so beautiful. Because, and we're not all things to all people. Part of our style becomes personalized with the homeowner style. And so it's a good merge. You know, we give them some basics to work around and to enhance what they have.
What is your personal draw to the basics? What would you say are the basics? Would it be a certain type of a wood, or a certain era, or a color? What would you say are your basics that you work around when you're looking around and really developing or designing your store?
Well, I like some things to have a sense of history without being too rough. I like things a little bit more understated, maybe, and timeless. You know, my goal is when we have something that we put into our line or into the store that somebody invests in, that they still love it in 7 years. You know, when someone's coming in and doing upholstery pieces, I want it to be a great quality, that would be something that they would later on want to reupholster it. But I also don't want them to ever think, oh, why did I buy this? I hate it. You know, so for some reason I have this 7-year mark. I want them to still really like it in 7 years. And I think when you go with kind of classic, timeless pieces that yet have a little zip to them, so it makes it interesting, it all works.
It seems so that when you're putting things together, you are mixing a little bit of the aged and the ageless, and having the freedom to combine both.
And things that you can take and reinvent, like a lot of our china. You know, we have this classic collection that has, you know, a lot of gold and cream to it. We have another collection that's in browns and creams, or pieces that have the black and cream. You know, but anyway, it's just things that you can kind of mix around and reinvent your pieces. And, you know, when we put something into collection, like we have a lot of beautiful plates, but they're just not for dinnerware. They're to hang on the wall. They're to put in galleries of artwork, and you know, trays that can be put up behind in bookcases. And you know, a lot of things have 2 or 3 different directions you can go with it.
Now, you have 3 stores now. So are you taking the same approach into the other 2 stores?
Oh, absolutely, and have always. And that, you know, we try to have our 3 stores so they don't compete with each other, that they each have a little different twist. We want our customer to go to each one of the stores.
Well, really quickly, I really think it's important to share with our viewers, being a destination store, how do you pull your viewers or your retailers in again and again and again?
Well, you know, I think that you have to make it different, and you have to make it fun, and you have to have a good value. You know, especially now, we have to make it worth them getting in the car and driving an hour with the expense of gas, and no one has a lot of extra time in their lives, and make it so it's a great experience. I think retail is all about entertainment, and if they're having fun, they'll spend money, and it's just very contagious. And that's kind of always been our philosophy. It just has to be fun.
Well, Mary Carol, I can't thank you enough, and I'm sure that our viewers at home have really enjoyed listening to your insight and wisdom about having a store and making the store really stick out among all the other stores out there. So thank you very much
Thank you
for
for
your
having
time.
me. Appreciate it.
Thank you. It's truly been a delight. I'm Brittany Lund for the Gift and Home Channel. Thanks for watching.